Alrighty, hello everybody. Oops, sorry, there was double audio there. I'm sorry. The mic group was on there as well. Um, okay. You guys should be able to hear some of the Spotify music. Just a little bit perhaps. I could have played the other one, the other Spotify music, but that would. I think they are having some. They're kind of terminating their service with the other one, so I need to find another like list of like chill music that I can play on stream. Um, but yeah, today we are gonna do art stream, and actually later on, maybe at night after dinner, I am thinking of just playing Monster Hunter and having an open private lobby for people to join. Mainly just cause I want to take things a little bit slower now after I'm past low rank and now I'm in high rank. I kind of want to enjoy the armors of like the earlier high rank monsters. I think I just want to chill a little bit with that. Let me see. Let me change some things here. All right. Spoiler warning for low rank. Yeah. All right. If you guys are still in the low rank, then it might be good if you don't listen to this stream. Get through low rank first, then close your mains if you're here, which you shouldn't be. But at the very least, right now, I am going to watch some recording that I have. Yeah, hold on. Can I actually put this on? I need to put this on stream. Let me see. This I can probably do a window capture with this. Yes, I think. All right. This shouldn't have any audio. I think I don't have my desktop audio on at all. I hope you guys aren't hearing any noise outside. Also, I don't have the aircon on, so I don't have anything. Like there's a lot of drilling noise outside. Hold on, let me keep silent for a bit. Nope, you guys should not be able to hear that. Yep, okay. Well, cool, well, cool. All right. I just feel like drawing a little bit more. Wait. Hold on. Let me. Give me a sec. All right. It's morning right now, so I have some breakfast. We have some leftover waffle, the Hong Kong egglet kind of waffles. It's like these waffles that are like all balls and like they're actually very chewy. I've never really had them before. So I'm only discovering how chewy they are. Or I only had them like since a long time ago. So I'm just gonna watch this recording that I have. I just did this recording. I'll just have something to play on screen. Yeah. This is the what I ended my low rank main story quest with. This cool armor. So I was thinking of drawing something for this. Using this. I'm just gonna be chewing my food, eating my breakfast first. I'll take some screenshots of this later. I hope the music is not too loud. I don't want it to be like, it's like weirdly like rock music, and then I'm just chilling here eating my waffles. Kind of a weird mood. Just some solid inspirations, that's all. I could put this I took this waffle right out of the fridge. I could microwave it, but a little lazy right now. It's kind of alright when it's chilled as well. Anyway, the problem is right now, I want to go to the area where you fight the Zulu, the one with the yellow droplets hanging from the ceiling, which I'm pretty sure are actually eggs. I'm pretty sure that's how like squid eggs look like. I think those are all eggs. Huh. Now I think about it. Oh yeah, it's like, but I can't go there right now because of like main story. High rank has me gated from going there first. Cause there's some surprises. I don't know, something. Yeah, I realized that I can actually go in and see. I can actually go in and into the character appearance editor and see the whole armor in like default lighting and whatever lighting I have. The important thing about this is that I have to look through these because the armor set, just by the hood, it has maximum might, and I'm always gonna be in max stamina if I'm outside wandering around the camp. So it gives me that red aura glow, which throws the design off a lot. So this is the way I have to do it. This is the best way to do it. I'm probably gonna just do a sketch. I'm not gonna do like a full thing, not yet, because I do have the Zulu cave. That's reference. I could look at someone's stream perhaps, but that's not as good as me looking at it myself. All right. I zoomed in. I have some ideas. I'm gonna draw myself with the Sacred again. I keep thinking I should have a name for the Sacred, but for like my Sacred, but I couldn't really think of anything. There's like stable, was it Sahil or something? Something around this like S and like maybe like ends with a L or A, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know, a Secret just with a name that starts with S, like whatever, man. How do I want? Also last night, I was thinking about it, right? The only weapons that I can't really play are Insect Glaive, Shooter Chats, and Bow. I think just those three. I mean the rest are like, I can play with them with a modicum of like a little bit of like I think adequately, not like godlike or anything. So yesterday I was looking at Insect Glaive's guide by Fighting Cowboy. It was so funny. It's like guide for Insect Glaive, but he's like, oh yeah, I'm at high rank now. It's like If you don't want spoilers, actors don't come here. I'm like, why don't you just wear low rank armor? Why don't you just wear low rank armor? I think he just really wants to show off his freaking like high rank like armor that like is just of a monster that like technically we would have known if we watched all the trailers, but thankfully also that I know what that monster is. I've seen this armor before, so I'm like, alright, whatever, man. You know, show off the armor. And I'm like, there's no point to him having the armor. He didn't even explain any of the armor skills until afterwards. And I'm probably sure he's wearing layered armor anyway. Because no fucking way that armor actually gives something that gives, like, contributes to insect glaive. It's more of a, that's attached to the weapon rather than the armor itself. They made a distinction already. Which I'll talk about also, actually now that I brought that up. Still eating my waffles. I bought too much waffles. I assumed that like, oh yeah, I'll buy a snack for Mince as well. Yesterday. Thought to eat lunch with her. So I was outside. I bought snacks. Sorry, I'm sneezing. Man, this is the weather for hot tea right now. I have like Ovaltine. I'm ready to boil the water. Ovaltine with like waffles. Sounds like a good combo. Yeah, I'm just chilling here yapping and there's like rock music going on in the background. Chill, bro. I'm just eating my breakfast. All right. Blah. Wait, I just... Damn it! Damn it! Sorry, I was thinking of like, saying like, okay, yeah, what I'm gonna draw is that it's gonna be Michi and the Sacred Ethers. We're gonna be both looking like... We're gonna be smoldering. We're gonna be smoldering. It's not gonna be spicy, but it's gonna be smoldering. That's the intention of like what I want to draw. Yeah, I thought again about like my self-proclaimed title, like Michi the freaky fashion hunter. And I thought again about like all of a sudden like, oh yeah, what's a freaky thing I could do with the this armor set, right? And I'm immediately my mind just goes to like, what I'm wearing is a Nudra and a like Zulu set. So I'm basically wearing like squid and octopus armor, right? Are they both? No, they're both octopuses, octopi. What are they called again? They're not cephalopods, right? There's something else. Like, I just thought of the stupid freaky thing. So one of the freakiest things about them, if you fought them before, you know what's a freaky thing about them. One of the freaky things. It's not tentacle related, I swear. Don't worry, it's not anything like stupid, like raunchy like that. It's actually just freaky. And what I thought of is that, alright, do you guys know of Junji Ito's manga? Or like it was a short manga of like the holes in the walls that are human shaped. If you read that, And as you know the meme, even if you haven't read, you might have chanced upon the meme. This hole was made for me. And I just imagine myself as the freaking like wearing this armor. And there's like Alma is just like, wait, Hunter, where are you going? And I'm just like hanging on to one of the cracks in the walls. I'm like the monster like ran off as I'm holding on to the cracks. I'm just like, this hole was made for me. I can go in. But that's funny to say. Like, I think the freaky fashion hunter thing is something that's like a bit. It's difficult to understand. If I'm wearing this armor and people don't know what it is or what it does, then it's not really gonna work. So that's just an idea that I probably won't draw. I can draw one panel of it. I think you get the idea of like the freaky fashion hunter thing. The thing is that I was drawing the freaky fashion hunter comics before I started playing the game, and even before that, kind of knowing like Gemma's personality, I'm like 100% certain that she would not be against whatever I'm doing as a freaky fashion hunter. She's like, hell yeah, Hunter. Gemma's such a good sport. I don't think she'll say anything like, no, Hunter, what the hell are you doing? No, stop it. Stop being freaky. I think she'll be like that. Yeah. And Alma, I wanted to envision her as like an enabler of my freakiness, because I was imagining of like the connection of like me and her, like back then, you know, like we're sisters, we connect, we bond and shit, and just I do like this stupid stuff and like she likes it and stuff. But the thing is that from what I learned in the game after playing it is that we didn't really get to know each other too much, so we're not that close, like super close yet. And what's more, one of the big things is that Alma is apparently she's not, say like, because I was imagining in the sense of like the other handlers about how they kind of like they're kind of like they love monsters a lot. And when I was playing the beta, like she would examine the like monster and all that kind of thing. So I thought like, oh, maybe she's interested in that. And like she's interested in it. What I learned in the game is like she's interested in it, but biology is not part of her expertise. Her expertise is actually civilizations and what is it? Anthropology. Yeah, anthropology. You know, like the study of human history and all that kind of thing. Like she's a history buff, if anything. Not necessarily a history buff, more of like no, yeah, I think so. Like just ancient civilizations and stuff, you know. So in the end, I think it will be more of a role reversal, whereby Gemma would be the one like, oh yeah, you can do this with the armor. You can totally do this with the armor. With the Lala Brain, I think you can spread out the floors that I made in the armor. And Alma would be the one that's going like, what the frick? Yeah. I'm really curious about like other monster hunter, sorry, like other hunters out there, what they might have thought of, Like, I don't know if anyone is really thinking of like the hunter the same way as me, where I like kind of think of it as like a War of Light situation. But the game really loves to like portray us like as a War of Light. We are very cool in the game. So I told Mins, like, whenever you play Monster Hunter while you're creating a character, keep in mind that the game will portray you as like a warrior of light. So when you're making a character, just keep that in mind, whatever you want to be. Like, if you want to make a new OC or you want to make like Leda-chan or something like that, it's up to you. But yeah, that's what I told her. Cause there'll be, the game loves to give you sequences where your hunter is like at the forefront and being badass and stuff. So I just wonder about if anyone has thought of any story of their hunter as well. Like, for most of everyone, it's a self-insert. I mean, myself included, I'm a self-insert into this. But I am considering if I had to make a character, it could totally work as well as a warrior of light. But right now it's just like, it's just Michi with the stupid freaking face paint. And like, it's very fourth wall breaking, so it's not something that I like. Any of the art that I draw myself is really just like a self-indulgent piece, and I just like want to draw my OC in Monster Hunter gear and stuff. But if I would make a second character that would fit the story, perhaps. And what I was wondering about is that I wonder if anyone has thought of a character that say, so for example, that they are a character from, they are the hunter from Monster Hunter 4, same as where Gemma came from, same as where Fabius came from. I wonder if you could say that. Like, I know in the story, Gemma says that like, oh yeah, she's like saying as if in the third person, like, oh yeah, I met this hunter, that kind of thing, and all that, in my travels when I was younger. And while playing around the ideas in my head, it's like, what if you could have it such that, like, you know, your hunter is that one from 4, but maybe it fought something extremely deadly, and like he's got like deformity, so he's unrecognizable, or it's something that makes him unrecognizable to Gemma, and like she's just like saying this, and like the hunter's like, I don't know. Imagine why would the hunter hide it from Gemma, right? Who the fuck cares? Like, he's got deformities and shit. It's just like, hey Gemma, long time no see. Like, what's stopping you from saying that? I don't know. So I don't know. Like, would that need to be a tragic backstory or not? I think it would be cooler if you just like, you retcon that conversation with Gemma, and your headcanon would be like, oh, Gemma's reminiscing the past together with you as a hunter from back then. Like, you knew of Gemma's like situation all that back then as well. Plus, like, what I like about this Monster Hunter is that you can create a really old ass like hunter. You could literally make a grandpa, but he's Jack. You can make a Jack grandpa and play as a hunter in this game if you want to. Like like coffee that from world. You can play as an old ass motherfucker and like be able to do that. Okay, I have 2 chocolate ball waffles left to eat. Give me a second. I know like 30 minutes of this stream has been me doing this, but you know, I'm yapping. I rather yap more now when I'm not drawing, because sometimes when I draw, I just can't really yap. Or if I say some things, it's not going to be to the full extent. Which at this point is going to be me talking about my feedback that I gave to Capcom. By the way, there's the I think maybe on the Capcom website or on Twitter, on the Monster Hunter Twitter, official Twitter, they have shared a link and a post regarding surveys that are accepting feedback about Monster Hunter Wilds. So a lot of it is a multiple choice kind of question, but they all like ratings and stuff like 0 to 10. But they do have like some parts where they'll ask like, oh, what do you like about the game, or what do you dislike about the game? Well, just one part, but that takes up like 20% of the parts, because it's free for you to write anything, and there's like no word limit, not to my knowledge. Yeah, so I put a lot for that one. I saved them in a notepad so I can bring them up and talk about it. And there's Be Me spoilers. Oh my god. Probably gonna have a late lunch at this point. Also, yeah, so the thing is that I want to stream like art now where I can talk about spoilers, because Mince isn't here right now, and she's not gonna be here for like dinner as well. I'm gonna cook some. I have some chicken wings marinating in the fridge right now. It's being marinated since last night. I made it before Mince started the raid. It was really easy to make. Just put all that marinade in the blender, just blend it up. I know I'm talking in like a weird American accent, but the marinade of the chicken wings is Singaporean. It's the Singaporean barbecue wings. So I'm making those barbecue wings there. So unfortunately, Mince is not coming for dinner, but I already had the wings. Marinating, so I'm gonna have to cook it. I'm not gonna let it marinate for like 2 days. I think it might be. I'm a bit afraid. I don't know if the wings would like, especially because like the wings is like raw and it's like thawed out. I don't really want it to get spoiled. They were frozen chicken wings. I don't want to get them to get spoiled, so I think it's better if I cook them, and then I'll save like maybe some of them for Mince, because there's like 23 wings if I counted correctly. There's 23 wings, which I could solo. Perhaps I could solo. I love me some chicken wings, and like I feel like I could solo it, but as that those 23 chicken wings are like 1 kilogram. Then again, with the bones maybe is just 500 grams of chicken wings, but even then it's 500 grams of meat, which is crazy for me to finish all by my own. So maybe not, I'm not sure. um yeah, so I'll cook them. I'll end off my art stream before dinner so I can cook them, and then I will, after dinner I will, because Miss isn't raiding. Yeah, I think she isn't raiding. She told me, unless I was too sleepy, and like she did say that she was raiding. Yeah. But yeah. So my mind's blanking out after eating the waffles. I don't know why. I'm slowing down already. What the hey? What the who? Alrighty. So yeah, I was saying after Min's like Min's not coming back for dinner, so after dinner I will probably be streaming my hunts and hunting, and basically for me what I'm gonna have, what's my thumbnails? So I'm gonna be streaming this later on after dinner, and basically it's just gonna be, like I said earlier on, I'm gonna be just chilling in the early part of high rank, and I may or may not continue the main story for a little bit. Essentially for me right now, the main story is kind of done. The big parts of it that I cared about are done. The epilogue and the high rank stuff is something that I'm not really sure if it's gonna be anything great. I've already witnessed greatness, I've experienced greatness, and I don't know if like the high rank is gonna make things even better for me. I know that there's gonna be a recurring monster that everyone loves, and I kind of like, yeah, I do like it, but okay, well, I'll say that for later. Okay, give me a second. Let me just throw away this waffle stuff, and then we'll get into it. I don't know what I'll order for lunch. It looks like it's gonna rain, and it might rain heavily as well. If it does rain, I'm very tempted to make Indomie and just eat some leftover pakwa, because we still have freaking leftover pakwa, because Chinese New Year is all about that pakwa. I hate it. It's too much damn calories. It tastes kind of nice sometimes. Sorry, I was drinking water there. So the thing is that yeah, I'm just gonna leave this horse. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for now. Um, what are the? I need some dimensions. Let me open up my stuff. Working files. No, wait, hold on. Wait. Let me just open up another Windows Explorer, File Explorer, whatever thing that is. Okay. Yeah, I could continue on this, but I do want to try sketching out something that I had in mind. So from this, what's the canvas size again? Let me. I always forget it. 3840 2160. Ready? No, I mean, yeah. 3842. Oh, I was already there. Okay. Oh, flashbang. Oh shit. Give me a second. Die. I mean, perish. I mean, become gray. Yeah. Okie dokie. What I wanna sketch. You know, I've not really tried sketching with like low opacity. Maybe that'll work. Oh. Okay. All right. Let me just get a first sketch out first before I start talking about whatever I want to. Hopefully I remember what I want to say. Side view again. I know it's a side view again. I'm like, whoop. I have a lot. Let me sketch in silence now. All right. Working in the morning. Oh, I hope I don't get too sleepy. I got a lot enough sleep. I don't need to yawn so much. Wow. Come on, man. You're drawing. Be active. No, this is the first sketch, so it's probably gonna be meh. Meh. Should I go out by there? I'm not sure. Just draw a neutral position. Maybe very slight angle. Whoop, too big. Hmm. It's gonna be real messy right now. Don't mind me. Everybody else did here. It looks like a cranky ass bird. Enjoy my secret. One of the feedbacks I had to say about the to Capcom, cause like they asked for it, they were like, oh, what kind of DLC would you want for, like what kind of paid DLC would you like would you want to have in Monster Hunter Wilds? And like I did the joke answer as like, well, I would like to see some Arknight's collaboration DLCs perhaps if you really want to, you know. You had a really good collaboration of Arknights. I would like to pay for some stuff for that. But yeah. Oh my god, he looks like a stupid dweeber. Alright, hold on. This is... My secret looks like shit here. What the fuck? Alright. I need to change some stuff. Something's wrong here. Something wrong is wrong with the proportions. I'm drawing my secret from memory. There's no reference right now. He looks so Squidwardy. I don't know. Fuck. One of the feedbacks I said, yeah, is the Arknight's collab stuff, but I also did say as like a non-joke thing. I was like, okay, but seriously, like, I think what I would love is to see DLC for decorations and accessories for the Sacred. I'm drawing this from memory. I'm gonna bring up a reference later, but okay, this is my reference. Bro, where did I go wrong? Is it because you got no nose? No. Monster proportions. Oh, it's like this. Okay. This goes in here. This lip here. And then alright. He still kind of looks like he's doing a smirk. He's doing a smirk right now. His eyes are actually really big. They're actually more of a this triangle shape. This is how I drew them. I think it's right now it's just way too long. It's more of something like over here. Something would possess me when I was drawing a Secret Light back then. This one is so different now. Feels so different. Maybe it's cause this snout needs to be smaller. This one needs to be... He's very weird. He looks very weird here. He looks very off. He's very is disturbing me a lot. I don't know, just cause he's missing this thing, the headpiece. I don't think it is. Like, even if I draw him here, he looks a bit like, he looks kind of Barney-ish right now. I don't know what's up with that. Wait. I think cause I made him smile in this work in progress like that I do in the left side. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm like, hehe, smile. But no, it's I want him to look more serious. Get more serious, Sacred. Sable? I don't know what his name is. Feels like this is just what's making him look like he's a smiley guy. Oh, what if... Yeah, huh? I'm just gonna get rid of the eyes first. It's kind of like weirding me out. This eye looks more like what it's supposed to look like. I swear the head is really kind of longish. I don't know. Maybe it's just this jaw. Yeah, I think it was just too long, perhaps. I did feel like this part when I was drawing the mouth, it did feel extremely long. You know, I draw this, but like My hood's gonna be covering my eye, won't it? I could do it the other way, but right now it's like it's kind of cool if like Don't care about details, just make it work. Eh. Again with the masks, actually, I just realized it's freaking Chalacabra all over again. Dude, masks are cool. A Kamen, if you will. A Kamen Rider. I can have my like hair out here. Should I have my whole hair out? I think it's a bit weird if I have the whole hair out. I could just do this. No, I still have my mask. My mask is still there. My goggles are still there. I'm wearing the goggles over the freaking mask. It's stupid. Don't think so much about it. Yeah. Masks are hot, man. Come on. This pop shoulder is so... It's so big. Alright. What should my other arm be doing? Just relax? Normally I would do that. Yeah, one of the coolest part of the costume. I mean... armor. Is the bone hands on the boobas, which is also Admittedly, the bone hand like on the boo bus is kind of like a thing that I don't really like all that much in media. But then I'm a hypocrite because now I'm just like, oh, it's pretty hot. The bone hand on the booba. Thing's actually pretty large. I'm not gonna draw the bone hands right now. It's kind of I don't know how many there are. There's a lot of bone hands. Hmm. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. This might not go anywhere. Right now I'm just kind of like maybe indulging myself a little bit. I might try something else. I did have another thing in mind as well. God, these van braces are so cool. It's so freaking sick, bro. I mean, this is just a very simple sketch, not very interesting pose. It's just kind of normal. It's kind of mid. Not that much, not too good. I mean, not amazing. It's just nice. I'll just put this one side first. Oh, let's save this. Oh. What should I name this? Just like it's not really. It's either a Zulu or like a Nu Udra. I think I forgot what they're called. Um, let me see. Let me type in Nu Udra. Alright. What kind of... It's a... Oh, they really are just called cephalopods. Alright. Cephalopod. Alright. Maybe I just name it cephalopod then? Cephalopod. Yeah, I'll just call it cephalopod. MHWilds cephalopod. That's my file name. Yeah. Because it's just a mix of armors. Oh. Mia's message me. Oh. No. Baby. Eh. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna chill a little bit. What else do I want to drop this? There was another illustration that I had in mind, but I don't think it really works with an armor like this. Wait, maybe I'll just sketch that idea I had. That stupid idea I had. I need a reference image for this. Yeah, somehow figure myself like grabbing onto the hole. Maybe it's just like Me telling like all the other hunters on the team, like freaking Olivia's there. It's like, Hunter, what are you doing? Michi, what are you doing? We gotta chase after the monster. That's exactly what I'm doing, Olivia. This is the fastest way. This hole was made for me. I can do it. If it can do it, why can't I do it? Oh. As much as I wanna feel like playing Monster Hunter right now, I don't think like if I have open lobby right now, I feel like people might not appear. I'd rather wait for something at late night. Especially if like maybe I'm not so sure if friends would want to join. Can ask. I don't know if they're okay to be on stream though. uh Hmm. Man, I'm so tempted to sleep. End the stream and sleep. No, I haven't really drawn anything yet, so I can like just chill and talk about what I thought about Monster Hunter. So I guess the spoilers aren't really happening right now. Not yet. I do want to talk about Monster Hunter, but my mind's telling me, Michi, you can sleep in. Stop it, mine. My heart wants to draw and be productive and stuff. It's like the same eyes I made when I was like doing the Lala Barina shit. It's so stupid. What am I doing? I have the armor on though, right? So I have the whole mouse scarf on. And the hood. Yeah, like this is something that would just like fall flat to people if like they don't know what the cephalopods do. I don't know. I don't know if people really. I don't know. Like for the first time ever in my life, I feel like I'm like fucking like Lyos. I'm just like, oh yeah, the monsters are so cool and shit. Oh, they do this. Wow, that's so cool. But I'm like, I feel like people, majority of people, they just see that and just like, oh wow, okay, never mind. All right, that's cool. But I'm like, you see it go into the cracks in the wall? That's crazy. I don't know if people like really cared about that. I don't know. Is that attention to detail that like that's what I like about the Monster in the Wilds? And a whole bunch of other things. Tell you that. Hmm. What do you say? This is my hole. It was made for me. Honestly, this is true for like the freaking monsters. Just like, bro, what are you doing? Just go into the cracks. It's just like, all right, guys, you need to run away from the hunter. Let's skedaddle. And there's like everyone, like the older girl, just like, wait, Zoo, what are you doing? That's not the way. And it's just like, I need to go into the hole, Odegron. This hole was made for me. And it was. These holes are actually made for them to go around the map and stuff. What? 10? I don't know, I just fucking just draw a stupid sketch bubble. It looks fuzzy now. I just love drawing the stupid gap. It's like, oh yeah, look, I'm so cool and shit. And just all of a sudden, I'm just like, look at it, I'm stupid. Michi the freaky monster hunter. Kongalala though. Kongalala armor. I don't need a the thing about that joke is that it's like I don't need to draw it to know. If you know enough about like Michi the freaky fashion hunter, you can already guess what's gonna happen. I was gonna draw epilogue concerning that, where I'm not gonna draw it now, not ever. It's just gonna be an idea that will never be drawn because the characters are just not really like that. And you know, I mean, I don't think there's like that many people that like this series anyway for me to like really like. I don't really want to put too much effort. I know it's like, oh yeah, like focus on like, you know, draw anything that you would like and stuff, but at the same time, like I kind of want to, if I'm drawing a joke, I kind of want to, if I'm making a joke, I kind of would like to see people laugh at it. But like if no one's laughing at it, then I just say, I'm not gonna bother putting in so much effort for a joke that like no one is gonna get. Yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm not gonna make the epilogue. But for the epilogue I had in mind, was that Gemma would be there'll be just this shot of like Gemma drinking like coffee outside of our tent and stuff, like a distance, like at a forge at a distance away from our tent. Like, oh, she's like not drinking coffee, she's just like making like stuff. It's just like chilling, she's chilling over there by the forge, and there's like you hear like a poop fart sound come from like our tent, and then there's what was it, you hear a fart sound come from our tent, and then there's like followed by a freaking explosion, a fiery explosion, and there's like that's in the next panel. That is like, but Gemma's like unfazed by the explosion. She already knows what's gonna happen and stuff. She can already make guesses at what's gonna happen. And there's what is it? The next panel is just gonna be like the tents on fire and whatnot, and like what was it? Alma inside the tent is like, success, we discovered how to make a super barrel bomb and stuff. Or explosion bigger than a barrel bomb. And then off to the side, like there's a speech bubble that's saying, there's Olivia saying like, we're under fucking attack, or something like that. And that's it. It's just like the funny part is just like Gemma just being totally unfazed about all this. Yeah, so that the epilogue that I thought of, but I'm not gonna make that. Okay. Well, and this is just gonna stay as a sketch because I think this is it's too high level of a joke for like anyone to understand. Like they're gonna be like, oh, what? It's like the people who see and they get it, it's just like, ah, yeah, ha ha ha. But you know, that's about it. It's a little giggle. I can just keep drawing more of Ricky Michi, but I don't know. I will see how that goes. I'll just put Freaky Michi here. What else do I want to draw of myself here? I did have some ideas. I don't know. Oh. I did get an idea and like draw so that I can talk and yap about Monster Hunter. Well, I could just sketch out what I had in mind at one time. But it's just cause I kind of wanted to draw a camera angle that I've never really drawn before. I'm gonna draw sexy back. Yeah. Those motherfuckers don't know how to act. Yeah. The freaking song. He's bringing sexy back. Yeah. Michi freaky up in this. Don't know how to act. Yeah. The freaking like cut-ins of like I don't know who is it. I don't know who is it. It's not Jay-Z. Whoever's like saying like yeah. 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 Can I draw my booba? Is that allowed on the booba stream? Draw my booba here. Maybe not. Maybe if the back was arched a little bit more, then I could maybe draw like the chest out a little bit here. Like say like this, the chest out. Okay, that does. I can draw the booba here. You draw the babbles over here. The babbles, the Beyblades, as I would like to call them. Let it rip. This is a tough. I've never drawn this perspective or this angle before. I just want to try this out. How do I even draw? You know, I don't even know how people sit in this manner. Is the I don't know how. It's the one where you're it's how do I say it? It's kind of like this. That's just like the other leg is in popping out from here or something. I don't know how people sit like this. I hope that really is a sexy back. Yeah. Yeah. Now instead of that, it's like yeah, like YUH. Yeah. And then over here, I'm like yahoo. Yahoo! 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 Yippee! What do I want my arms to be doing? Yeah. Zombie sounds. Fingers. I don't know why to draw fingers right now. You know the like Onei-chan pose? The Big Diddy Onei-chan pose? The one where she puts the arms down here and like it's below the boobers. So then the boobers actually get like planted up a little bit more because it got like, oh, the support from back down here, they're getting pushed up like a big old pushy bra. So that does they turn to rockets. I don't know. I don't. I think this leg actually can't go all the way there. It doesn't make sense to do that. I think it has to be. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of doing it now where my sitting position is. You have to be kind of like. You can see all of it in here. Yeah, something like that. It would be here. Let me just flesh out these lines. Okay. Thicken the thigh. Get some more meat up in there. Something like that. And maybe I can have my sacred perch that hit here. Kind of something that like I had something in mind, something like that. Say this is my secrets hit. And then maybe like this is what I can do. My hands is here and I'm just petting my sacred. This I'm gonna join the. If I draw the feather of the sacred like this, it's a chocobo. Oh man, would they do a Final Fantasy collab with like Monster Hunter again and just have a chocobo? Just a chocobo skin for a sacred? That would be neat. That would be pretty cool, I think. I think that would be pretty swell. I need to reference my sacred again before I screw it up. Okay, from this angle, you shouldn't be able to see too much. This sleepy boy. Maybe that's what I'm feeling now. I'm sleepy. I'm a motherfucking gentleman. Wham, 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 wham. Motherfucker gentleman. Uh, um, uh, uh. Wait, 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 wait. This secret is smiling. What a smelly boy. Smelly boy. Every time I think of like, I see that secret like nest in Kunafa village, I always just imagine how stinky it freaking is. Like, if you've ever been to like a place where there's like a lot of like bird feces and stuff and it's not cleaned up. I mean, I don't know how much they clean up in like there, but like I feel like birds, if usually people who keep birds as well, like I feel like it's kind of stinky, the bird cages. I pass by like bird cages and stuff, like say the bird shop, and like maybe it's not maintained very well or something, but like it is really stinky. It really stinks. This head feels really small. How I kind of like I lose the size of the secret sometimes. It's just like, oh yeah, it should be like maybe this large. It's like a secret is the size of like, it's in between a pony and a horse. Man, I really aren't talking about any spoilers, aren't I? Oh no. Yeah, I need to take away the eye first before I can draw everything else. I think that would be the secret eye. I don't know. It seems like another long head. So maybe I'll put this. Yeah, the secret eye should be here. So it's asleep on my lap. Okay. I need to see. I remember in Kunafa village, I think you can actually see how the secrets like sleep and stuff. Okay, so the arms would be, the necks are pretty long. Little snake. Then arms would start from here. Start here. Their hips would be somewhere here. They curve. kind of on my hand. Shit. All right. Sitting on my fingers. Draw my face. Should I look down at my secret or should I? Maybe I will. I don't know. No, maybe I'll look up at the. Yeah, I've never drawn myself from a top-down angle before. I think I've always been kind of drawing myself a little bit from the bottom-up angle. So that's why I wanted to try like something a little bit different. Shit, that looks pretty sick, actually. I do kind of like it. It's pretty nice. So the thing is right now, do I want to have the whole set? I could hide my armor, like my head, my helmet, and then I can show off my, you know, I can have my whole hair and everything. I could. Yeah, why I didn't want to really draw this is that because, like, you know, I like it, but I'm not really bringing sexy back with the new drama. The new drama is very it's got a whole cape, so everything here is just gonna be like I can't see it. Unless this is me wearing the full Zoo armor, the dancer armor. Then perhaps I could. I could save this because I do like this pose and like camera angle and whatnot. And like basically what I had in mind for this is that it will be in the zoo hideout, so like there'll be like all the zoo eggs like everywhere. And like I think the lighting for the place is like really nice in a bit of an eerie kind of way. It's a very nice photo spot. So that's what I had in mind. It's not a really cool place to like sleep at because, you know, there's probably like guardian like sacred corpses there as well. So if I drew it myself with a hood, actually it looks really nice with the hood as well. Damn it. I should make the zoo set like the top just to see how it looks like. I could try. Let me chill for a second. I do think I need to work on the legs a little bit more. It's a bit I mean, definitely it's a bit wonk, but I don't know if the perspective is the right thing. I might it looks like a very uncomfortable position for the sacred. I don't know. What if the hit was not like that, but rather... Hold on. Oh, not that. Like it actually curls in all the way like this. Something like that. That might look a little bit more cozier. I'm not sure. No. I think I rather like have the sacred here because like my lap is like on this side. I think it's a little bit better. Or I can remove that first. I think if I want to, I should have the sacred like take up my entire lap because it's really it's quite a large hit. I'm not gonna follow the body yet. I'm just gonna draw the hit. So it's a lot more of a side view kind of look to it. Okay. I just thought of Guardian Secret and I thought of something really weird. I'm not gonna say it on stream. It's kinda Wyvern milk, huh? I don't know about that, bub. I don't know about that one, bub. Once again, I think I've drawn the sacred hit really small. How do I stop my sacred from smiling? I keep making it look like smile. I just want a normal, serene kind of like look to it. Maybe. Okay, time to make it larger. I'm gonna try to get better at drawing my sacred. Not that large. Can the sacred fit? Like, can it just chomp on my head? Kind of like how the dog from Gintama like bites Gin's head. Well, I mean that's not his entire head. I think it's just the top part. Yeah, so I think it does align with this somewhat. I think I can shift things a bit more. Say, oh. This is where the sacred neck would end. This is its back. This would be its shoulder. And at this, spine would curve back here. Its torso. And this would be the hip. The hips, okay, the hip's pretty far back. Actually, the hip's pretty far back for them. So this would be where their legs are. Their hind legs. Tiny legs, if you will. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. I do prefer this. I feel like creating like I just feel like designing my own like sacred decoration. If they're gonna be so limited with it, I'm just gonna draw my own sacred decoration and how my sacred will look like, rather than waiting for them to make one. I might just do that. It's gonna be more work though, but because I was thinking of like I was thinking of making a sacred decoration that matches the set that I have now, the Zoo set. So a little bit look more kind of like Arabic. How do I make my secret not... It's so smiley. It's so smiley. I'm having such trouble making it do a neutral expression. It just has a resting smile face. That's how friendly the sacreds are. They have a resting smile face. What if I have the eyes open for the secret? Nah, I'd rather have it asleep. Sleep. Yeah, I think I've been making the beak for the sacred like a bit too sharp and long looking. I think I need a... This is right. This feels right. The way it's just kind of like more like this curve rather than this curve. It's very it's very slight, but it makes a difference. I think this is the mask does fit it. I might try the Zulu set. Give me a sec. Let me set up my Monhan and then we can just see it ourselves. Let me save first. Oh wait, I did save. Yay! Okay, give me a second. BRB.
moment? It seems they encountered something of interest in the Wyvern's Rest. Let's go and meet with Olivia.
Yep. Alrighty. Perfection.
Whoa, shit, hold on. Oh, alright, okay. Hello, Savugat. Welcome to the stream. I am actually... Sorry, I'm actually gathering some references as I'm drawing, so I'm just on Monster Hunter just for a bit, just to make this set, and then I'll just do some recordings for some reference. I'm not playing the game.
Yep.
Damn it. Leave it first. Or I can do some recording. Sorry. Okay, recorded stuff on stream. Lamau. All right. Sorry for the my throat. Hi. Not sure if you're still here, but yeah, was recording some stuff. Let me look at our recordings. So that's how it is. How's the back look like again? The back for me is the important part. Maybe at an angle. Oh, all right. Oh. Hmm? Yeah, listening from my speaker. Yeah, sure, yeah. Sorry, I'm just chilling. Spotify is on. Alright, okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So this is how the back looks like. Like compared to Zuudra's back, which is a whole cape, this might be better for it. I'm not a big fan of like the Zuudra top as much. No, I'm feeling kind of tired, so I might not talk that much. Oh. It's got a scarf and everything. So the scarf, but let me reduce the opacity of my brush, my pencil. I can make the scarf go like this. It'll just drape down normally, like this. One side of the scarf will go through here. Sorry. I think COVID still like screwed up my freaking throat. And this part up here. Oh, sorry. I thought it was started raining. She look kind of cute with this armor right now. Look kind of cute. Uh-huh. Oh. The leggings, I remember there was like 2 bands over here on the thighs. 2 metal bands here. Oh. Yeah, let me bring up the Zulu recording. Sorry, not the Zulu recording. Let me just take a screenshot of the back of the Nudra armor. Pop, 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 pop. All right. This is how it looks like compared to the Nudra's one. I mean, Zulu's one. Yeah, if it was this, it would literally just be let me draw this at 100%. It would just be this. And this cape, all this cape, and all that junk, which is cool and all, but it's kind of like, I feel like this would fit that drawing more rather than this. Oh. There is another option. There is an armor that does have sexy back, which is the Odogron armor, but I don't really want to draw the Odogron armor. I'd rather give the spotlight to like new armors rather than armors that I've worn before in the past. And it's just some scribbly symbols here. Oh. Oh yeah, she just goes down quite. The scarf actually takes up quite a lot of space. Yeah, she drapes over the shoulder as well. There's so much noise outside right now. There's like a big truck, like freaking reversing and shit. The heck? Hey, not while I'm streaming. Go away. All right. Three different sketches. Let me see what Min's like to me. Wait, what? Oh, oh, hmm. Hmm. Thinking what to do now. All right. Maybe I'll just chill for a little bit and just like take a break and like talk about yap a little bit more Monhan. So what I wanna say is so hey. Oh. So oh. That was the monster feedback stuff, and let me bring up the feedbacks that I had. MH. Yeah, alright. Oh. Man, I'm not even talking now. I'm just sleepy. Morning sleepiness. All right, let me drink some water first. I have no more water. What the fuck? I'm gonna go get water. Okay. Spoiler time. Well, okay, not really spoiler time. Not yet, not yet. I'm gonna talk about the first thing, which is that about the stuff I dislike about the game. So one stuff like this happened in the previous stream where I finished the low rank main story quest, and then I proceeded to do a little bit of the high rank story quests. So what I ended off that I started that stream like, oh man, I love this game so much, I love Monster Hunter Wilds, and just like I ended the stream with me hating the game so damn much because my biggest problem with the game is that it's probably because it's their first time handling something like a main story quest where it doesn't go with the traditional route of like you do a quest and like you take quests from like Hinoa or something like that, like the handler, and then there's like you fight one monster and then there's like okay, then you fight another monster and it's okay, that's like you can fight a monster and then there's like okay, you can do whatever you want, you can go hunt some other monsters, you can go make some armors, you can do anything you want. That was how it was like in the previous games. But right now in this game, what they have is that like you would be journeying outside and at this you'll be fighting like a large monster, and then normally for me, because I played the previous games and I'm used to it, I would think like okay, I will stop here. Like it's very infuriating for me because like I'll be like stop stream and I'll be like okay, I'll catch you guys later, I will farm stuff off stream. I'll stop the stream and then I realized that I cannot go outside and explore. And that fucking sucks to me. I was like, wait, I want to go fishing, for example. I want to go mine stuff. I want to go look for this endemic life that I saw earlier in the quest. Or like hunt some other monsters that I can find in the overworld, you know? But then I'm being gated from that. Also because like I play in the beta, so for me I know like, oh, if I want to fight, like I prefer to start monster quests without taking it from the quest board, without taking it from Alma. I want to initiate a quest myself, so I like to go around the overworld and like, you know, it's like it's open world, right? So that's what I wanted. But the problem is that at certain points in the main story, they will not tell you that you are going to be locked out of exploration. And in low rank, the only way you could do that is to take quests from Alma and take quests from the quest board like Alma, right? I get quests from Alma to fight a certain monster. And I have to use like a duration of time to just go around. Like I would start a quest like fight Kongalala from Alma, and then I just would not fight Kongalala. I would just go around and like do whatever thing and explore the forest and like set up my pop-up camps and stuff. And then I would fight Kongalala and like beat it in like maybe 5 minutes, for example. Like that's the only way I can do that. And I dislike that. I think that I should be allowed to explore things as much as I want to. I should not be gated by Alma. And like this, you would think like, okay, so low rank is like, oh yeah, there's no incentive to fight a monster out in the field and initiate quest, because that's not the same as how it works right now in high rank, with like higher rewards and stuff with different tiers of like the same kind of monster. But the thing is that it did not stop there in high rank, like these blockers. The problem is that when I went into high rank, I started talking to some people, some NPCs, and then that started the story chapter. And then they were like, are you ready to depart? And I was like, maybe I want to farm a bit. Maybe I want to get myself armor, because right now when I was talking to him, I was still in low rank gear. I was not in high rank gear at all. I just wanted to progress the MSQ, talk with people. Like, you know, it's just very easy to just talk with people, right? Talk with the NPCs. And then when I talk with the NPC and they say, like, they ask, like, are you ready to go? And I'm like, no, I want to grind. And then I go out into the field and I try to hunt the Chotacabra. And Alma tells me, you can't start the quest. We can't initiate a quest. We don't have permission to initiate a quest fighting a Chotacabra. I'm like, wait, what? But the map didn't tell me I could not start. That I could not start a quest with this. The map, usually the map would indicate monsters that are like maybe of a higher threat level. Like say the Apex monsters. If they appear, shut the freaking big trucks outside, I swear to God. Like, the problem for me is that, what was it? I can understand if I cannot initiate a quest against like an Apex Predator, an Apex monster out in the wilds, because I'm like, okay, you don't want me to get too overpowered just yet. You want me to progress through the game like at the pace that you want to set. Sure. But gating, like, the map did not tell me that I could not start a quest with Chotacabra. It showed me the rewards. It showed me that, okay, yeah, you can start a quest. And then I started hitting the Chotacabra. I've been hitting it for like so long. And it's like Alma just tells me, you can't start a quest. I'm like, why? Why, bitch? I was so mad. I was so pissed off. Because I was fighting that thing for so long. And she only told me after a long time. The map did not tell me. The quest, the monster overview did not tell me. And what's even stupider than that, say like, oh, okay, Alma's like, okay, you gotta prioritize. She didn't say like, oh, you have to prioritize the MSQ. She didn't tell me that. They don't tell me that I have to do the MSQ. They let me go out in the open and shit, but like to do whatever I want to, but they gate me from starting any quest to get any viable rewards. And that is the stupidest thing ever, is that, and this happens throughout the low rank MSQ as well. An NPC would say like, oh, do you want to come over and enjoy a meal together with us? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And it's a Maki from the Everforge, you know, like she wants to invite us for a meal. And I go there, and Maki has this cross shape on top of her head. She has the meal icon, but it's crossed out. And I'm like, why? I waited throughout the Fire Spring Festival trying to see like, oh, is it because she's busy right now? Is the NPC busy? But she initiated the invitation. And then like, I can only assume that what's blocking it is because of some main story quest that I'm unable to do that. And throughout low rank, when I was doing the MSQ, I would be so unsure about whether I'm allowed to eat food with people, because I've been to the Everforge quite a bunch upon invitation from Maki, and she would just not let me eat for some reason. It's because like I'm at some point in the MSQ where I'm allowed to go outside, but I'm not allowed to eat with NPCs. I'm like, why? Why is it so difficult for me to just eat? I feel so pissed off because I'm like, I want to enjoy like the special meal that they invited me to. The game told me, oh yeah, Yesai from Kunafa village wants to invite you to a meal. And then I go there and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have this cross-shaped mark above my head. You cannot eat. I can't give you food. And the reason for that, I'm thinking in my head, is that they don't want to show everyone like Alma and the rest eating the food together with us, even though we're going to fight like the final boss or something like that, which is extremely absurd to me. I'm like, I want the food buffs to fight the final boss with. I think it's appropriate if we do that. If not, then just make it the same as how it is in other Monster Hunter games, where I take the quest and it's an instance where I am locked in with the other NPCs and stuff, and I cannot go out to explore. I can only lock in and go fight this one monster, and the moment I kill that monster, the quest completes. I get to do whatever I want after that. Why not just make it that instance? And the problem about this is that they block you in and they don't give me the option to abandon the story quest. Say, for example, in other games like Final Fantasy XIV, for example, I can be fighting in a quest. I complete this trial and I got some rewards. I complete this dungeon, I get some rewards. And I can, at the end of it, right before finishing the quest, I can just leave. I can just abandon the quest if I want to. Like, it's to that point. Even before dungeon, like, it's just paced well, and I'm given the option to like, oh, I don't think I'm ready. I think I want to do something else. I think I want to fish in FF14. I think I want to like do something, like my friend called me, so I'm going to join my friend in another instance. So I'm going to abandon this MSQ, for example. And it's not blocking me for anything. I don't know why they have to funnel me in so hard, but at the same time be extremely unclear with how much freedom I have in the game at all these points throughout the story. I don't know why it's so bad. Like, you're telling me it's open world and stuff, and you're just you're just keeping that from me, and I feel so frustrated. And like, I want to eat the meals together with my friends, and even you're gating me from doing that for some odd reason. I don't understand why they do that. It doesn't make sense. It's so alien to me. Like, there's no game that does something like that. Why does it do that? I don't get it. So that's my biggest issue with Monster Hunter. That's why I can't give it a full score. I can't give it a full score because I just think that, like, on this level, like, the game designers have a very weird mindset. The game designers have a very weird, like, I work in the games industry. I know what the game designers do. They plan these things out, like how things are paced throughout the game, and they add some blockers here and there to stop that in case you want to do some tutorials and stuff. But the thing is that they add blockers in the very weird points in the story, and they don't tell the player that you're unable to do certain things. And it's very infuriating for me to try to figure out, like, why can I not even eat this fucking dinner? Like, the game designers have in that team just needs to buck up with that. I don't know, like, it really salted my experience playing the game. It was really stupid. No other game does this. Like, I play an open world Pokemon Scarlet and Violet as well, and like, I'm not gated by this kind of things. They tell you specifically when you are gated, when you cannot leave certain places. It's open world, and they do it like it's alright. It's like, oh, you do one team star like battle, and it's like, okay, you're done, you're done with that. Okay, you can go elsewhere. You don't have to, like, they don't lock you into like, oh, do you have to fight 1200 battles before you can finally eat food with your friend, your fucking Pokemon. Right? It's so stupid. And besides that, that's my biggest issue. The other issue that I have is UI wise. I don't know, there's an issue that I have with the UI. Basically, I just don't know why they changed it so differently from World and Rise, where like one thing that like I really used back then, and I have no idea why they removed it, is that I could filter my results when I was looking through equipment with Gemma. Usually I would filter out results where it's like, okay, Gemma, I'm looking for armor pieces that give me earplugs. And that does, the game would show me, highlight to me which armor pieces give earplugs. But for some reason in this game, they don't have that option. It's very weird to me. I can't search for, like, say, I'm looking for a gun lens that is of white shelling type or a slightly strong shelling type, like shelling power. It's really, it's kind of, it makes it very difficult for me to like compare certain things, certain equipment, you know. And so that's that. Decorations as well is very weird. They have a very weird filter. They have a very specific filter where it's just like, oh yeah, just this skill. I can't search for like, oh, I'm looking for decorations that take up there are 2 slot decorations. I can't search for something specific like that. I have to search for the specific skill. And besides that, one big thing for me is examining my character when I'm in the forge and like I'm looking at equipment. And especially when you're changing equipment in the tent, you use the right stick. You see, I'm playing on controller. I'm changing equipment in the tent. I use the right stick to turn my character around to examine them and zoom in and zoom out. But for some reason, in Gemma's when I'm looking at armors in Gemma's Forge, the right stick is to move the list up extremely quickly, which is really shit to me because I'm like, oh, usually I'll be like, okay, yeah, oh, I want to zoom into like this armor and check out other armors. Like I want to zoom into this armor, right? Or like turn myself around. I want to see the back of my armor when I'm previewing it. And then the list will just zoop up and go crazy and stuff. You're like, it'll go all the way back up to the top or the bottom. But that's how fast it scrolls and it's crazy. I'm like, why does this not work the same way as in the tent when I'm changing my equipment? Why is it by default set to scroll up the list? Because by the left thumbstick, I can already go up through the list at a slow pace and like that's fine. I don't need to zoop in everywhere inaccurately and stuff. It's so inaccurate using the right stick to change stuff. And that is, I'm like, oh wait, I wanted to preview this other armor piece. So I try to do that and it's just so difficult for me because I have to go all the way back down slowly and I have to select the armor piece and then preview it. Again, I have to go through that whole process. And then I have to open, if I want to examine my character, I have to open the sub menu. It's not a toggle, I have to like open the sub menu and then change the controls of the right stick to examine model every single time. And this will reset every time I exit that page. Say I make an armor piece and at this I make an armor piece. That setting is reset back. The right stick is reset back to the default moving through the list extremely fast. I have no idea why it does that. I have no idea why they choose to like the right stick in every instance in the game is used to turn the camera and examine things. That's my eye, the camera, and that is you all of a sudden you choose to make it scroll through the list extremely fast, and I'm like, it's so unintuitive. I'm like, why is your UX like this? Did you test this? It's terrible. It's so terrible. And there's no option for me to set the default to be, oh, turning the camera around in the Forge. Or I can't find it. Because another problem is that there are so many things, so many functions hidden behind goddamn submenus. Like, going through the communication stuff, like the gestures and all that, is so difficult to do gestures. There's all these menus and stuff, photo mode, all that. I don't know. It's like there's so many sub menus, and like I think at one point, like when I was looking at Gemma's stuff, there was controls at the bottom of the screen, and it was apparently so damn long that it had to scroll from like left to right. You know, like how in like train stations or something, that there's like you would see the text scroll from left to right in if you're looking at the sign or something on the screen. Like that's how they do it, and I'm like, that's terrible. And like I managed to find these things, but I feel like someone who's new to Monster Hunter would not even be able to, like, they don't even know that there's actually a sub menu button. Like they didn't know that triangle will open the sub menu. So it sounds like a really bad UX experience, like user experience. I mean, I say experience twice. Yeah. I don't know if there was any other issue I had. It's just a one very small issue, I suppose. And that'll be maybe. So there's a good and bad thing about this. This is a very small thing, but you know, when I fight Raidal, for example, or no, yeah, when I fight Raidal, when I first fight Raidal, and I say like, oh, okay, I can fight him already. Okay, then I can farm him. And I fight him, I farm him, I get some materials, even the rare ones, even the one like freaking plates and shit. Like, the forge just tells me, oh no, you can't forge that. There's like some question mark materials. I'm like, wait, what? Why? Normally, I'd be allowed to do that. I don't know why you're gating me from forging armor pieces after I've so painstakingly farm the monster at that point. In other games and every other games, Monster Hunter and everything, like you would be able to make the armor once you've defeated that monster. In this game, you, for a very long time, you would be unable to, like, I think I had to go through like maybe past one more stream until I could make Raidal armor. That's because I needed to, like, the first time I killed Ulfduna, the apex monster in the forest, I thought like, okay, that is afterwards, you know, I fight Raidal. It's the first time we see Outvault. So the only areas that we've been to is the forest and the Windward Plains, and it's only until we fought it's only until after Guardian Rathalos that those armors are unlocked to us. we can finally make those armors. I think that's how it was. Not even like Guardian Doshiguma. We had to go past Guardian Rathalos. So from this is even before we've even like fought, like even entered the Everforge. We haven't even gone to the Everforge yet. And like that long duration then, we could not make radar armor at all. No, wait. Yeah, we couldn't. And I don't know why. It's very weird. It's because they want to introduce the Apex monsters. Like, I think story-wise, the pacing was great. And the introduction of monsters and stuff, they made sense to me. But yeah, it felt quite annoying that I fought these monsters and I'd have to wait until I've completed, like, say I have to fight Ajara Khan and Hirabami. I think Ajara Khan and Hirabami are like the final ones before I have to fight Guardian Doshiguma and Guardian Rathalos, and then I can make radar armor. I think that was yeah. I could make the weapons for radar at that point, but it was very weird for me that I could not, like, I have to fight all the like lower rarity monsters first before I can finally create the armor from the Apex monsters. That was very weird to me, but it's a little bit of a small thing. Like, for me, I can understand from a story perspective and a pacing perspective, but I feel that people outside will be kind of difficult to understand. I don't know how people would think about this. Like, wouldn't it usually be like, oh yeah, we fight the monster, we get to make the armor? But apparently no, you just can't. You're gated by that because of the question marks. They're like, oh, you need to fight the Guardian stuff and get some Guardian stuff. I guess Guardian blood. I don't fucking know. It's really weird. But for me, I'm okay because I'm like, yeah, I will use the armors of the lesser monsters that are not the Apex monsters, because I want to have fun with like other armors besides all this endgame stuff, you know? I want to give these armors a chance. For me, that's like my personal thing. So I'm okay with it. It was just a very slight annoyance and it's really weird to me. So I ranted for that for like what, 30 minutes? What seems like 30 minutes perhaps? Now to go on to like the good stuff, and this will be spoiler territory, like very spoiler territory, so be warned. Okay, okay, so this is the point where like I would have given the game like full marks, because I love the game a lot. I love the new monsters and the old monsters, new characters and returning characters, new equipment and even old equipments and stuff that appear. And I think one of the big things for me is the rich environments and diverse ecosystems, and I think how they thrive in real life. So off stream, I was actually fishing quite a bunch, and I think I was especially amazed at, like, you know, how lively the Scarlet Forest is during the plenty. That's what I was doing. Like, I was hanging out in the Scarlet Forest, like fishing a whole bunch of stuff. Like, if you go up to I made a camp at the lake, which is where Uftuna is like Uvduna's like sort of like hometown. That's where Uvduna like resides, at the very top, at the lake there, that huge body of water. So I go up there and like I made a camp. So when I come in there, like, and during the season of plenty, there'll be like a row of like birds, like daffodils over there, and like they'll be singing and stuff, and it's really cute. And when I was fishing there as well, because there's a lot of fish there. There's a lot of fish in the lake. There's like points in time where there'll be, I realized that like there'll be a lot of fishes. The most I've ever seen in the game, where it's like you know when like big like boats like capture a lot of fish in the net, and right before it surfaces, you see all the like fishes like jumping about and all that kind of thing. I think it's the same as like you know, if you see how killer whales like sort of like get their food, they would get all these fish together into one shoal, like all these small fishes into one small part, using their abilities and stuff. And at there's like this shoal of fishes, they'll be jumping up in the water and all that kind of thing. And there's like the killer whales will actually like go into that huge bunch of like fishes and just like open their mouth and like and eat all that up. And that happens in the Scarlet Forest in the lake. There isn't any killer whales, but like these fishes like gather up into one spot, and after like the bigger fishes actually appear. The gastro tuna like actually appears, and that's where you fish them. And like even then also, like there's also the snout nose flying wyverns that the ones that you like you yank the piercing pod ammos from their noses. They actually appear, and they actually like, they are much like the pelicans in real life. They will like go down, they'll dive down into like this bunch of fishes, and they'll just like scoop up a bunch, and they'll just eat some. They'll just eat some from there. Yeah, so they'll appear and just eat some from there. I've seen Gajal there as well. I don't know if the Gajals actually attack those birds, because I see those birds like maybe they don't appear when the Gajals are around. Maybe they're afraid that they'll get eaten by them. Perhaps. Like that can happen. That does happen in real life as well. Where like some of these birds get eaten by bigger fish. Sharks or great whites even. Yeah, so I think like it's some of this stuff, like even besides the endemic life and all that, what I loved about it was I caught on stream that I was just hanging around in the Everforge, in the oil well basin. I was using the Everforge, and they had the Fire Spring Festival, and then I was surprised, like the people gather around. I was wondering like, will this actually start? Will they start the ceremony again? And they do. They actually apparently do. After a freaking long while, they do. They start the whole ceremony where like you see the liquid come down and it fills up the shape. And apparently from when I was observing it, it only filled up like maybe like 30%, 20% of the shape. And the characters around were like, we'll do better next time. There's always next time, we'll do better next time. So I guess that's like, because I remember like there was the function where Roku would give us some of the spoils from this Fire Spring Festival like ceremony. And so yeah, Roku would give us that. So but I didn't expect the Fire Spring Festival to actually play out every single time that it happens, you know, like in the period. So I was really pleasantly surprised when I could see that whole thing again, where they'll hammer the minerals out, and they'll collect the minerals like one by one and stuff. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like I can see the characters actually interacting with the environment and stuff. It's the same as like during like Kunafa's in the Windward Plains when there's plenty. the villagers from Kunafa will actually come out to collect water, and they will actually run away if, like, say I attract a monster to them accidentally. I'm so sorry, guys, but then there'll be a vanguard also. Like, they will be on the sacred, and like they'll, much like Zato, they'll have like a little spear as well, a little pokey stick. And they will guide these people to like get water and stuff, and they'll protect them. I didn't see, like, for the ice shard cliffs, regrettably there's not really any civilization. The only civilization there is a civilized little runt called Rove, and I need to talk to him because he wants to talk to me for some reason. Probably to kill something. But yeah, I mean, there's also the keepers, but I don't know. The keepers kind of just keep. They don't really do anything. Well, at least to me, that area with the guardian monsters, they don't have any periods of like fallow or inclemency or plenty. At least not to my knowledge. Not yet, at least. But yeah, I think it's just nice to see all these characters and NPCs just going about their lives as per normal, like without us doing anything. Yeah. It's kind of like in World, when you go to the cat's kitchen, you get to see the cats like doing, like, you get to see like they actually animate the whole thing of like, oh, the bread making that the cats do. I think like that's really interesting. For example, like they had that, but this one is like a whole other level. So that's a huge thing that I liked about it. Then okay, the biggest thing is 1 p.m. now. I should be getting lunch, but I'm gonna continue talking on. Maybe I'll like eat lunch. Maybe I'll end the stream and then get lunch. So I love the story for the game a lot. Spoiler territory. This story, I feel it has the familiar beats. I wrote this down. It has the familiar beats of the, as with the previous titles, like you know, like if anyone were to say dumb this down, it would really fall kind of the same example as like maybe World, that kind of thing, where there's a big bad that you think is the big bad, but there's a secret big bad. But I'm like, yeah, that's, I mean, that's not something that's just only Monster Hunter. Like, say, like a lot of RPGs actually do that already. So like they've slowly been trying to do something with that. And I just feel that like with those same beats that we're used to, if I were to dumb it down to that, it's it has the same familiar beats, but it's emphasized, it has a lot of emphasis on the characters and the growth of the characters throughout the journey. Like, I actually do feel like the dev team has found an amazing way for us to experience the story through the eyes of like Nata, and especially through the hunter that we play as. Like, sorry, I'm peeling my lip. Like, even though it's maybe the same few beats, I feel like they gave a lot more emphasis and like they did it a lot better this time. Because what I don't like in World is that actually, right, we don't really get to discover things all that much. The best thing for me was the Coral Highlands and the Rotten Vale. Those were the best parts of Monster Hunter World for me. And I think in this, it feels like it's expanded from that, where we actually do discover these new areas ourselves, and we discover, and we the characters and us, we choose to venture into these areas to uncover the mysteries and stuff. Whereas in World, right, if you guys remember correctly, How we discovered Xenojiva is literally just because Urianger Monster Hunter appears all of a sudden and says like, congrats on killing Nergigante. By the way, don't you think it's weird? I think this is not the end. And at this, well, like, what do you mean? And he's just like, oh, by the way, there's this other final boss that is actually the final boss. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay. Like, he just tells us this. He's gone from like 80%, like 90% on the game, and he comes back at the very last moment to tell us, oh, actually, that's not the end. And that's the one, like, shit, like, I don't like that about Monster Hunter World, like, that they just did that. We don't even have to discover that. It's because it's just in just some forlorn place that's closed off from us. But the thing about this is that we have someone like Nata, who is the driving force for, like, he wants to uncover the mystery. He has all this responsibility as a keeper, and like someone who is like, who discovers throughout the journey that he can resonate with like through his experiences throughout his journey, that he can resonate with like the monsters, he can understand them more. Besides them, like before that, he was like, Arkveld destroyed my village, he killed my people, he's a piece of shit, he should be put down and stuff. But then just like after he gone through the journeys and he realizes stuff, like he discovers what it means to protect and to cherish some things. And like, you know, he's like, there's so many people out in the world. Back then I was just in this little cave and I only knew to just sit in silence and suffer, basically. And he sees all these people with all this freedom and they're making all these choices and they're thriving, you know. Like you have Maki like doing her best to make her elders proud, like do her best in the Fire Spring Festival and stuff. There's like motivation and stuff, but like as a keeper back then, there was zero motivation. There was nothing to do except just survive and repent for what their ancestors did. And from there, he kind of pieced things together. I think that people would not like the part. I think people don't like the part where he said like they would not understand the part where he says, oh, you know, I think me and Arkveld were not very different. I can understand him now, that even though he's kind of like horrific and like he's gone crazy, but he made his choices to come here to free himself from the guardian aspect and stuff. And like, you know, he chose to consume even though he didn't need to. And that eventually led to his Arkveld's like madness, you know, it like overconsumption and stuff. So like that might be just, I don't know, I feel like when I saw that happen, I was thinking like, would people like this? People might see that as like, oh, why are you suddenly backing down? Let's go hunt this motherfucker. What do you mean you're like, oh, I'm like Arkveld? Okay, weirdo. Like, I can see people like not liking Nata and like stuff, but like I don't know. To me, I like that he's this child, and like he had very he had this like preconception of like a lot of things based on like, you know, his livelihood and all that stuff. But like as we journey on and we find like different people in his region and stuff, and like before that he was like not very motivated. We asked him like, oh, Nata, is there anything you like? And he's like, not really. I do like cheese. I do like cheese that like, you know, I eat when like, you know, I discover cheese and like cheese is good. I like the tea that Alma makes. And like, you know, like that's the first stepping stone for him, like, you know. And then the Kunafa village thing is like, you know, they have the cheese and all that. And it's like, you know, he enjoys that, but like it's beyond just about the food. He learns about the people and like what they their livelihood, what they protect, what they like their culture and their livelihood and how they live, music and like, you know, raising the sacreds and like craftsmanship and all the kind of thing, you know. And then he moves on to like the forest where we meet the Woodwoods, who are kind of more of just a funny bunch actually. It's more of a funny bunch. Nothing much really happens between Nata and the Woodwoods. I think the Woodwoods more like just kind of like their funny flavor and stuff. They are like denizens of like the forest, and like they have a certain law as well. They do trade with the Kunafa, like people from Kunafa, which is really interesting. They are their own civilization as on its own, you know. Then there's the unimportant part, which is Azuz the Everforge, where he sees the people there working together to like create something immense like the Fire Spring Festival, make that thing happen. And like Maki is also like trying her best. She sees her trying her best and stuff, and it's like and then it's at that point also with Gemma, it was like really good, and like we got that whole confirmation there that like Gemma is very much the Little Miss Forge that we had in Monster Hunter 4, and she's all grown up and she's really strong now. She's really strong-willed, and now she's imparting her advice to people like Maki and stuff. And like she, yeah, like it's really nice. And like, you know, it's not like what like outside of it, she asks us for advice and stuff, like what do you think and all that, and like our character gives our own take on these kind of things. And like maybe it might not be too much, but I do like that like we're not left in the dust. We're not pushed to really one side. We're not just like a tool, that kind of thing. Like even Nata, like just really like, even though it was right really stupid where how they showed us as like, oh, we're like freaking Jesus like reaching out to Nata and saving him and stuff. But I think it's that point, you know, it's like Nata didn't really know us at all. He just sees us as like this hunter who hunts big monsters and like cool and shit. But I think, God, like the first part of the story, like even the beginning, like even shown in the beta, was like us jumping off the ship and like getting onto like the sacred, and like everyone's like, even Alma's like, you know, when you did that, like my heart skipped a beat. Like I was so excited, and like that was like it was so good. Like that first part was amazing to me, and like it really resonated with like all the characters around as well, when it's like everyone saw what we did and just like, you know. And there's like when we save Nata and we stand up, the Doshuguma appears and like everyone's terrified, and I'm just here standing my ground, and like I'm here to protect the village. And like Nata sees it like, you know, there's more to the hunter than just fighting big monsters. There's something that motivates them, something that like agenda, like, you know, I'm here to protect the people, you know. And I think it was just really good. Like in the end, like our involvement as a hunter throughout their journey is like, is done really well. And like I like Nata a lot as well. Alma is like, I think I'm like okay with Alma. Alma is like alright. I think I just like her. Like she's a nice and she's a really good person. She has a very funny quirks as well. She's a lovable character, so I love her. Gemma is like my daughter from like the previous game, like Monster Hunter 4, and now like in this game she's like my sister. Like I love her a lot. She's great, and I think she's still the best girl like here. Like she's the best. And like I think talking, need to talk about more about like the hunter, right? Like I think our character involvement is like, it's I talk about it a lot just now, but it's like it's simple, but I think it's in a good way. Like we have interactions with the characters and we speak with them, but we don't carry too much weight in the story's direction, unlike other characters, like say like Nata and all that. Like, we're more of like an enabler for some things, but at the same time we are also like seen as an inspiration, like say for Nata, that kind of thing. Like, we are able to do some things like protect the village and all that, and like people look up to us, and I think like that's okay. Like, I'm not expecting like, you know, say for example like Mass Effect or Dragon Age or that kind of thing, where it's like there's branching story paths with like, oh, light side like choices or dark side choices, or story, then like, oh, we'll branch off into a story path that will change the story's ending, that kind of thing. Like, I don't need that. I don't think that's Monster Hunter. I don't think we really need that in Monster Hunter game, like that much emphasis into the story. I think that would create its own limitations that I would not like. I would not like a story that creates like limitations on us in it. Like, it might sound like a lot, like, oh, why I wanted my character to be able to say fuck, for example. Yeah, I'm like, you can in your head. You don't really need that to like determine what the story is going to be like and all that sort of thing. In the end, the story is not really about us, and I think that's okay. It's like, while enough of an empty slate as it is for us to project our own opinions and like project our own characters and personalities onto the hunter without having it change the story all that much. And that's, to me, why I feel the same about FF14. Like, I feel it's okay because I come from FF14. I am a warrior of light from FF14. I'm used to playing a hero with that like doesn't speak all that much, but has actions in the game that reverberate, and like we can carry the wishes of other characters. Like, we're invested in like, you know, Elfino and stuff, and like we want to see what he wants through, you know. So we were able as the warrior of light to do what he wants, and like, you know, it's also something that we want ourselves. It's that kind of like, I don't know, if I were able to resonate with that. If say like I don't like Nata at all, then of course this is going to be a shit experience for me. Like, I'm just like, oh, I'm just here as a tool, I'm just here to hunt monsters. Then I am literally what Nata thought I was at the very beginning. That's the problem to me. Like, if I don't care about the story, I don't care about the characters, then I am literally just that hunter that Nata thought I was. I'm just a guy hunting monsters. I don't care about protecting villages. I don't care about like figuring out the mystery or stuff, because I'm like, oh yeah, I already know what the mystery is. Because I'm so big brain, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just the same as Monster Hunter World. It's just a Xenojiva down there. I'm so big brain. The story is so like mid and stuff. I'm like maybe just like immerse yourself in the story a little bit more, and it's like understand things from like, humble yourself and enjoy the story from the story's perspective, from your character's perspective, rather than your own perspective. I feel like you need to separate yourself and like not think of it as a game. You have to just experience it yourself rather than just be so critical about everything. Then you'll probably enjoy it. That's maybe why like people have not been like liking it all that much. Like, it's kind of like, I see it as the same people who dislike Pokemon for what it is, because to them, what they want is to kill Pokemon and carve their skin and like make them do slavery and like fuck the Pokemon or something like that. It's because they just see it as a game. They don't really see it as anything more than that. They don't see the value in the story that they present, the bonds that you form with the Pokemon and like the new Pokemon and like how they're cool and stuff, you know? And then like they see like a rival character and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just beat this shit-nosed kid into the dust and kind of thing. And that's it. They don't care about what the character, what the rival is. They just care about, oh, is this rival going to be difficult for me? Oh, it picked this type that is weak to my starter? Huh. What a dumbass. I'm like, dude. Chill. Just humble yourself, man. Like, I think, like... I know I'm getting like really aggravated and like dissing people and stuff, but like I feel that like with the divisive stuff of the stories that maybe I heard, like I feel that people need to be more humble when they play games and stuff. Like it's a story, and like I think what the devs did is very well done without breaking like too much and like doing something so crazy where it's like, oh yeah, as if like, yeah, oh you're playing Cyberpunk or some shit. Like I think it's good. And maybe I don't have much to say anymore about that, but I love the pacing of the monsters introduced to us and the pacing of our gradual discovery of new areas. Like I like the new monsters a lot. I think I've said it before, but I really love Chupacabra as the first monster. It kind of sucks that we don't really get to fight it all that much afterwards. It's just like, yeah, it's there. It's treated the same as a Jagras. It's just kind of there. But like, it has its own ecosystem as well, same as Jagras, where it'll chill in the water, and there's like, it'll hunt some, maybe it'll hunt some like the smaller bugs and stuff. But I think it's just like very well designed creature. Like it's a hippo, frog, what other things about it? Like it's a gorilla as well. Like it's a crazy mishmash of like so many animals into it to create this one monster. And that is like, oh, it uses its saliva to like, it licks its arms, and that is it can stick rocks to it so that its attacks will be a lot more powerful and you'll have like a bigger AoE and stuff. And then it's even crazier, like if you read the Pokédex, you can find out that like you can put down barrel bombs in front of it while it's charging with its mouth open so that you'll eat up the barrel bomb and then it'll explode and in its face and like do massive damage. Like it's crazy that they have all this kind of stuff about it and it's the first monster. Yeah, like I don't think I don't think I can make Jagras like eat a barrel bomb, even though it probably could. They probably don't have that function in, but that can happen, and like it's done for like the first monster. It's kind of crazy because after that I'm like Chrometrus, I'm like, yeah, it's alright, it's cool, but like is it as crazy as like Chupacabra? Not entirely. I think I like Chrometrus where it's like, you know, actually it's like, oh, it's not a hunter, it's just a scavenger, and like but it has some like attacks and stuff. Like it will have this thing where it's like it will spread this gas like fuel and stuff, and after it will ignite it with its tail. Like it can't actually breathe fire. Its tail is an igniter. So it's like this two-step process, which is good gameplay wise as well, because like it's points where it's like, you know, the player can see like, oh, it sneezed out the fluid. Okay, let me prepare because it's going to do a strong attack and it's going to ignite that with its tail. Like it's this two-step process. It's just like, it's very good game design wise to teach the player to look out for what monsters do, you know. And that's part of what monster hunting to me is like, more than just like, you know, DPSing. It's more than just DPSing with like the weapons that you have. Like they're doing the optimal DPS and all that. It's like more of like, you know, you're looking at what the monster does, and you're watching out for its attacks and like what it has anticipation, you know, between its attacks and stuff. Yeah. Like I talk mad shit about like a Jarakan, but like it's also actually a really cool monster for me. Like it's a really cool like monkey actually. It's like its whole body is like made out of flint or some shit, and it just like gets even crazier. I find it super crazy that it has a freaking Super Saiyan move as well. It's absolutely nuts. Like this isn't even Rajang yet. it isn't even a apex predator yet, and it's like freaking a Jarakan, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy is a Superman. It's so cool, and his armors and weapons and everything look so cool. And like, yeah, like the weapons, everything, and the armors, I feel like none of them are bad. I think all of them hit so hard. They're so good. And so that's why right now at high rank, I kind of want to have a second chance where like, okay, I'm just gonna go through all this low rarity monsters and like use their armors. And I'm surprised because I look at the armors and like the high rank ones, Chalacabra has weakness exploit. Like, what the fuck, man? I think back then in World there was like maybe some armors that had weakness exploit. Kuleyaku, I think perhaps might have. I remember Kuleyaku had critical eye, for example, but stuff like say Quematris has latent power. Like, I love that. And like it basically makes it such that like, oh, you know, those low rank, like those armor skills from the low rank armors that you had, we're gonna have them spread out around the lower rare, the easier monsters in high rank, just so you can use them to your hearts content and stuff. And I'm like, that's a great pacing. And like, I think like even now also I can use stuff from like the weaker monsters like Rompompolo to upgrade Radar's like Hunting Horn, for example. I think that's what it was. I mean, that's not accurate, don't quote me on that, but like the thing is that like you can use these lower, like easier monster materials to actually upgrade your good stuff from high rank, so that you good stuff from like low rank, your good material, like weapons from low rank, and then use them in high rank. I think that's so good because like back then I would make a Nergigante Greatsword, like, oh, it's so good, and then I enter G rank, and then I'll be like, oh, well, I have to forsake that all the way until I can hunt Ruiner Nergigante, which I still have not yet. I've hunted Nergigante, Ruiner Nergigante, but have not like killed it. I only did the first instance. I've not killed it yet, because I'm still in like the guiding lands and stuff. Yeah, so it's a huge gap until you do that, and it sucks because like, say for example like Hunting Horn, there's some of the melodies that I do like on the later predators, like Radar, for example, like has good melodies, and I think Radar has good melodies. And say like maybe I want to continue using that, and I can just by farming the easier monsters and like improving it. Like, that's great. I don't even need to farm the final boss to do that, of like the final boss of low rank to do that. So I think the pacing of that is just like is designed really well, the pacing. And like maybe I can talk about also the difficult maybe I should, okay, I'll leave that to later on. The music of the game I wrote is very emotional, and it's elevated even more once I have the context of the story. Like when I was going through the credit sequence, was like everything was like making me cry at the end of like the low rank main story quest. It was really making me emotional, and I think I'll listen to like the Monster Hunter Wilds theme again, and it's gonna make me cry. Like it's so good. Like, to me, it's like the previous Monster Hunter games, like the music themes have been really good as well. They give me the nostalgia emotion and stuff. Like Monster Hunter like tries music, even though I didn't play the game. It's really good. But with Monster Hunter Wilds main theme, because it's a much more fleshed out story to it, I think it just creates an even more emotional context that I can like latch on to. Yeah, so besides that, yeah, I love the Sacred very much in functionality and in design and interaction. I love my secret very, very much. A lot. I love my bird, horse, dog, raptor I wrote. And the use of a second weapon was very much a boon for me. So the way I say it is like, I will always cut the tail of a monster. Always. Unless I can't. As in like, unless the monster's tail cannot be cut. I will always cut the tail of a monster. No matter what. And I also love to play weapons that won't be able to cut the tail, like say hunting horn or hammer. So having two weapons and having it such that like I don't have to go all the way to camp to change the weapon just to cut the tail is so good for me. I love interchanging them, and like the moment I just like, oh, I cut the tail with like sword and shield, then like, oh, okay, I'll change out to hammer so I can bash their brains in and like break every single part of their body. Like say like Ratian, like I cut the tail of the Ratian and like what's left is that I have to break the wings and the head and all that stuff. And like I think using a blunt weapon actually does more damage, breaking damage to that. So like that is actually like good for me for that. Let's see. Yeah, I play many weapons, so it's interchanging them. So interchanging them during fights made my experience more interesting. Like, this is for me. Like, I play a lot of weapons. Like, not even just 2 weapons. There's 14 weapons in total. I play like maybe 11 of them. So I can interchange them during fights, and like I think it's made the experience like really interesting for me. Like if I feel bored with like using great sword, I'm not playing great sword like throughout the kind of thing. I can change up to like maybe a sword and shield or even a light bow gun, for example. And at this, I'll challenge myself to fight the monster using a different weapon. Yeah. So that's good. So I think that can go into the difficulty of the game. Apparently a lot of people don't like the difficulty of the game. They say it's really easy, but like I mean, other people has also said temper your expectations because you have also grown as a hunter. That's why the game might feel really easy for you. And the thing is that I feel that the game is actually the fights are definitely in a sense easier. I feel that the fights don't last very long compared to other games, or they last long enough to me. I think with wounds is definitely, it feels with wounds it feels easier because you're stunning the monster so much with the wounds. But at the same time, when I was playing, I think that I actually got hit quite a lot. It's not like I managed to do a no-hit run on my first time playing. When I was fighting these monsters, I got hit quite a bunch. Like, you know, double Jarakan, for example. Like, it's, to me, like, it's easy in a sense where, like, you know, you can heal up on the sacred and all that, but at the same time, like, my survivability is there, but my performance, at least on my playthrough, is that I can't sorry like I'm unable to do, not I'm unable, I mean it's definitely a skill issue, but like I think it's just balanced enough such that I don't it's not that one-sided. It's only one-sided when it comes to like maybe Chadakabra and stuff, but like so far like I fought Chadakabra in high rank and like I think it's a lot better. I think in low rank it's just like extremely easy to make wounds and like they balanced it a lot better. Like from what I played in high rank, I didn't want to talk about difficulty yet because I've only played low rank, But like from what I played a little bit in high rank, I think it's good enough. I think it's alright. It's balanced well enough. Like I get hit and like I still get hit and I take 50% of my life sometimes. And a lot of the times I feel that yeah, it is because I am a lot better than I used to be. I think if I'm a new player, I might try to keep my upgrade spheres and not upgrade my armor. But for now, I know how easy it is to get upgrade spheres. I upgrade my armor anyway. I have a lot of fucking money. And I make all the armors I want to. I make them based on the skills I want to as well, without losing out on the fashion. And yeah, I think like maybe I definitely feel that like it is easier for me also because like I am a veteran hunter. That's just about it. But I also feel that like the game's not as simple as it is. At the final boss, I was still kissing the floor a lot. I was tanking the floor. I was floor tank because I was like messing around. Like if I'm good, then I'll challenge myself. I'll find a challenge. I'll like, okay, I'm gonna play like heavy bowgun, for example. I'm not used to heavy bowgun. I'll play heavy bowgun to fight this monster, this Chupacabra, and it's gonna wreck my entire ass because I'm not used to it. Like it's easy, then just pick up another weapon. Just stop using longsword. Why are you using longsword and charge blade? Of course those things are gonna be freaking easy and shit. Duh. Like if you're used to playing a weapon with a shield, play like dual swords or long swords, for example. Play insect glaive. If you feel that the monster is easy because you're flying around insect glaive, then like play something like gunlance where you're on the floor and you have to shield and stuff. And like the game is easy, but like I don't have to play optimally for me to win. That's what makes it easier. That's what I think is like is welcoming enough for newer players. But at the same time, I like a lot of the fights, like say Odogron for example, or like if they were fighting Arkveld for the first time, I feel like they will definitely die. I don't think the game is easy. I think there are definitely fights, even Jindahat, where people will freaking die. The final boss doing that same move that Fatalis can do, like I was healing up like crazy over there, even behind a boulder. There will be people who are like, oh, I'm just gonna keep hitting the guy, and then they just eat fire and just die. That will happen. It's not easy. I don't think the game is easy to the point where it's like it's so baby. I think it's easier at some points, but there's definitely very difficult points. Guardian Doshiguma, even normal Doshiguma, I feel are going to give newer players problems. I'm gonna watch. Mince hasn't played Monster Hunter Wilds yet. She has not touched the beta at all. She has no idea how Doshiguma fights. She has no idea how Chupacabra fights as well. Like she's unfamiliar with like even Chutacabra's name. And I'm gonna like, she's a veteran hunter as well, but I'm gonna watch her play and see how she does. She's probably gonna still have trouble for some things as well, which is no fault to her. I think it's fine. I eat shit as well. I fight Quematrice, I get dunked on as well. It happens. It's a freaking chicken. I get dunked on by a freaking chicken. So which is to say that like I feel that the game's difficulty is fine as it is, and I think it's balanced well enough. I think it's all right. Okay, is there anything else for me to talk about? There's probably a couple of other stuff I like as well, but there's a lot of stuff I like about the game. But yeah, man, some of those blockers and shit, they really hinder some of my experience of the game, so I had to give it like a... I had to give the score a 9 out of 10 rather than a 10 out of 10, or like a 9.5 out of 10. I feel like I give them 9 out of 10 because I'm spiteful about it. I'm thinking about whether the devs would make any changes to the game. I feel like right now what I've heard is that the reviews on Steam are like mixed because a lot of people don't like the performance issues that they have currently in the game. And I think that's fair because I can imagine getting like spending $1,000 on getting a high-end graphic card and only to like start up the game and like it doesn't start or like it chugs and shit, and it's because like I did not invest in an SSD or something like that, or like I don't have enough RAM, for example, or like my what do you call that, my Intel processor is, my CPU itself is just not good. Like, there's a lot of flexibility with PC, which is great, but a lot of things can go wrong as well. Like I was watching Forza's stream last night, and I think the game looked okay, but for some reason, like his audio of the game, like Alma, it was not synced up. Like Alma would like start running away or something, and then just like she'll be speaking even though her lips are not moving. She'll be singing the line like a minute ago. Like she'll be reading the script a minute ago, and I'm like, what? It's like that's a very weird bug. So a lot of things can go wrong. I'm very glad that I could play on the PS5. I'm a bit tempted to ask Mins to play on the PS5 actually. Like I could start a different character on PC. I can upgrade my PC because I'm eventually going to upgrade my PC anyway, because I do want to be able to use glaze, night glaze and stuff to like glaze my artworks before posting them. And right now with the 1660 that I have, freaking 1660, I can't do that because it's bugged and shit. So I definitely need a new graphics card for myself. I think I'm not so sure what else I might need to change on it. But yeah, the thing is that I feel that it's very important to optimize the game because, but at the same time, I feel it's a little bit difficult because I'm not so sure what they optimize. I don't know, like there's some modders on Steam who have optimized the game, but I'm not so sure what they've done, because I feel that experiencing the game in as good of a graphics they can get is also very important in immersing yourself and like loving, you know, the game and the environments and all that. Like that's what I think is really important. Like I don't think it's at this point, like in this game, like there's say like stuff like The Witcher where like they boast about how many polygons their freaking Pebble has, and I'm like, that's a little bit stupid. It's kind of unnecessary. But I feel like with Monster Hunter, I feel that the graphics play a big part in immersing yourself and enjoying like what they have to offer in this game. I feel like they can't really, like, if you have to run performance but I have to have like 3DS graphics, I feel like that's gonna suck. The experience is gonna be really bad. But the thing is that I feel like with a game like this, I don't know how much they can optimize because it's so damn large. It's so damn huge. You can literally just walk out into the whole map from the base camp. Like, it's so big. I don't know how. And like I was talking about the fishes and the stuff earlier, like that. So they have like all these logic. There's so much logic and like scripts happening right now, and I have like no idea like if there's any way to optimize that besides like, oh, like destroying the birds. I don't know, deleting them off the screen because they take too much polygons or something like that, or the fishes are like taking too much, like I don't know, their animation is way too much or something like that. I don't know, their pathing, there's so many, like I imagine like there's so much logic going around, so much of the AI, like for the birds and like the monsters, even the small monsters going around, their pathfinding and like what they interact with, that like I don't, the script that is running is probably is disgusting, is crazy. They're like birds making noise outside my window right now. They're not singing, they're just making noise. I'm like, I'm gonna chase their asses away soon. But yeah, it's 1:45 already. Starting to get kind of hungry, so I'll probably end the stream and like go. But yeah, so those are my takes so far, and this is what I've drawn so far. I do have a whole bunch of like work in progress stuff as well, so I don't know how much I'll draw of this. Boy, they are making so much noise. I don't think I've shown this on stream, but I have drawn this as well. This is the Lala Barina armor that I've drawn, and this is a smoking hot. This is a spicy, alright? So I have this work in progress as well. I don't know if I'll draw this. I might, because I do like the Lala Barina outfit. Like eventually I feel like I'll draw a lot of like 2025, and like, you know, it's been my anniversary already. I actually didn't say it, but like it's been a year since I've started streaming, and I'm drawing a lot more now because I do have a break period, and the stuff I'm drawing now is not really for my Project Meteorite stuff, Michiodai stuff. Wait, I didn't introduce myself. What? I didn't introduce myself this stream. Holy fuck. By the way, my name is Michiodai. I'm your tokusatsu hero wannabe work in progress VTuber. I do a lot of work in progress stuff, as you can see here. So I do a lot of art. You can follow me on Blue Sky for the art. You can follow me on Twitter for cropped art. Go on Blue Sky. Leave that fucking like crap ass site. I swear to God. Yeah, if you like my stuff, if you like my art and what I draw and the streams and stuff, like do please consider like liking me or give me a follow either on like Twitch or whatever. I do upload these VODs onto YouTube as well, so you can follow me there if you want some updates. Yeah, so a VOD for something like this, of like me yapping for so long, is going to be on YouTube as well. Yeah, so that's going to be it. I have no idea what I'm gonna draw. I have so many like work progress stuff, but I guess yeah, the next part of Monster Hunter Wilds I will play. I guess I can do it after lunch. I can play after lunch. Though I am thinking like, I do need to cook myself some stuff. Maybe I'll cook the chicken wings now? I don't know. I think I'll eat Indomie for dinner. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna play Monster Hunter Wilds and like no one's really gonna join me for this. Maybe that's fine. I'll just play by myself. It's kind of the downer though. I still have not been able to play with anyone. I didn't try asking other people yet. Most of my friends are going to be free in the night. That's why I was thinking of playing this during the night time. And then on Friday, I'm going to continue the MSQ. I think I'll draw. I think I'll draw after lunch. And maybe I'll have an early dinner. I'll get myself a light lunch and then I'll have an early dinner and then I'll start streaming this and then I'll see who wants to come by and like hunt together with me. Maybe I'll ask around. I'm not so sure if I can Discord them though. I don't think I'll be able to Discord them because I'm on a PS5. If I was on PC then I could do that. Monster Hunter Wilds can't run on Steam Deck, can it? I'm thinking Monster Hunter Wilds does not have Steam Deck support. Not right now. Not, well, it's not optimized yet. I don't think so. So, okay, this is something to think about. So I'll go grab lunch. It's really late, but I'll try to have an early dinner as well, and then I'll start streaming while Mince is away, and I'll be having fun with Congolalas and stuff. I'll let you guys know when the next stream will be. Yeah, so I'll upload this on YouTube. I don't know if I have the previous parts uploaded on YouTube. I think I do. But yeah. So this is Michio Dai signing off. Blah blah blah. I'm tired now. Yapped a lot. I hope you guys liked me yapping so much about Monster Hunter Wilds. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for enjoying the video, the VOD, the Dibuba. I guess I'll put this under, I don't know if I'll put this under Monster Hunter Wilds or not. I think I'll put this under other art and stuff. Okay. I'll sign off now. Alright, thank you so much for coming. Bye bye.